What makes James Bond James Bond? I know it may sound like a crazy question, but if I tell you James Bond, you have in a matter of seconds the defined picture, the defined image of who James Bond is. Agent 007, the British spy, the legendary character that inspired books and films for decades, for a really long time. Such a legendary character. So my question is, what makes James Bond being James Bond? And I will tell you why I'm asking this question today, but at first let me introduce myself. I am Leonardo Graziano Tatti. You can call me Leo, just my mom calls me Leonardo. A couple of weeks ago I was working my 9 to 5, living in Europe. Right now I am in Thailand. I moved. I am financially and location free. I am free. I escaped. I managed to do that, and now I want to give back to people. My purpose is to be in service of others, help other people to do the same, help other people to strive for greatness, become their best self. So, introduction is done. Let's jump straight into the video. Well, I will start with a story because it's quite funny. Like, you may think, why are you asking this question? Why are you talking about James Bond? Well, I was dating this girl, and first date, second date, third, we started dating, and once, like, she asked me this weird question. She asked me, like, why are you so busy? Why are you so committed? Why are you so driven? Why do you want to become better every day? Why are you always training and learning and studying and making money? And we had like a discussion, like a back and forth, and I couldn't explain correctly and properly why I wanted to work so hard, like be great, strive for greatness. I was in my self-development journey. I was trying to escape my 9 to 5. I was saving money. I was trying to get into business, learning, always reading, training, of course. And she was like, chill, like you can chill a bit, you can spend a little bit of time with me. And I always said, no, I have to work hard. And we had this discussion. I tried to explain her why. And then we have this answer question answers, and then I told her, yeah, because I want to become James Bond. And she looked at me like, what? Like, what you mean? And I realized what I've just said, and I was like, wait, what? I said I want to become like James Bond. In that moment, I didn't really understand, I think, the value of what I've said. Because today we're going to talk about this, because if I tell you James Bond, Agent 007, you have automatically an image in your mind. And that image is an extremely capable man. So when I've answered, I want to become James Bond, I indirectly said, I want to become an extremely competent and capable man. Because think about it, he can drive cars, motorbikes, boats, he can fight, he's charismatic, he's rich, he's elegant, he got the charm, he got the girls. I mean, he's a superhero, like James Bond is a superhero, like he can do everything. So the point is, there is a direct correlation between the value of a man and his capabilities, his competence. This is your role as a man. Your role as a man is to be a leader, and a good leader is smart, is wise, he's wealthy, he's healthy, he can fight, he has resources, he always has a solution. So that's why James Bond is such a legendary and iconic character, because he can do everything. He's competent, he's capable, he maxed out all his stats. This is why James Bond is James Bond. So basically I realized that I indirectly told this girl I wanted to become basically a superhero. I wanted to become like James Bond. I wanted to drive an Aston Martin. I wanted to drive motorbikes. I want to have this aura, this charm, this respect. And respect is really important, because you are automatically respected if you are so capable. Because it's really difficult to reach that point, to reach that level of competence is extremely rare and extremely difficult. This is why you are automatically respected by everyone, because it's something that you cannot fake, that you cannot buy. It's something that you have to work for. It's something that you have to earn. With pain, hardships, training, you have to get better every day. And the second question was, okay, I want to become an extremely capable man. I want to become like James Bond. All right, but where am I right now? What are my stats right now? I reverse engineer the whole thing. What I have to do now to become James Bond. So that's why I decided to come to Thailand, to leave the comfort of my home. I'm 25, and for 25 years of my life, I stayed in Europe. I never left Europe. I traveled around Europe. I lived in 2 different countries in Europe and in different cities in Italy and in Switzerland. But I was not that capable. I was not that experienced. So I was like, okay, I have to get knowledge. I have to see the world. I have to know more people. I have to get in touch with a new culture and jump straight into the world. I cannot hide. I have to expose myself. I deeply think that for a man, and I suggest to move to Thailand to every young man out there watching this video, come to Thailand and become a valuable man for different reasons. You are exposed to a different level of freedom, and freedom comes also with a couple of problems and a couple of dangers, because if you think about the most safe places on the planet, for example Switzerland, when I used to live there for 6 years, was really safe, but was also a little bit boring because it was too controlled. You couldn't do anything illegal because police would, and this is great. I would love to raise my family there, raise my kids there. But if you're a young man and you want to be capable and you want to become like James Bond, you have to face hardships, and crazy things have to happen, so that you have these scars, so that you have these stories that you can tell, so that you have these capabilities, so that you are so skilled. You acquire skills when you face hardships and these extreme situations. For example, I'm learning how to drive the motorbikes because I've never done that in my life. I used to drive scooters when I was 14, but I've never owned one, and I've never properly learned how to drive cars and motorbikes. I'm ashamed of it, but that's a fact. And I am doing it right now. And in Thailand, you don't actually, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, or police is going to knock on my door, but I am currently driving my bike and learning how to drive the motorbike without a license. And 99% of the time, I'm not wearing a helmet when I'm driving my motorbike. And I'm also learning how to fight properly. I started martial arts back in Switzerland, and now in Thailand I'm training Muay Thai, and I'm getting pretty skilled, at Muay Thai. And all these things, it's just part of my personal CV. I'm getting skilled. I'm getting ready for every situation. I'm trying to learn how to speak properly in front of a camera. That's what I'm doing right now. It's just not recording videos. It's a part of training. It's also first for my confidence. Second, I want to learn how to communicate clearly and in the best way possible. I am making money in different ways. I'm making new friends, and finding new ways of living and new cultures. I am forcing myself to grow. I am forcing myself to face hardships and things that, how can I say, that make my life more difficult. It's not that easy. When I first came here, I didn't have that much money saved up. I had to make money. So all these things, all together, they compound all together, and they make the man that one day I will be proud of. To summarize, face hardships and try to become hard to kill. Try to become like James Bond. Every situation, every problem, you have a solution. You have a hidden skill that no one knows that you have. And be capable. Be skilled. This is what I encourage young men to become. And yeah, there was today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you could take with you some values. I hope I inspired you, I entertained you. I hope you laughed also a little bit. And yes, subscribe to the channel, follow me, follow my journey, and yeah, we see each other on the next video. Strive for greatness.